Association with the PGA Tour is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time to find out who will be the victor at the Ace Championship. Good to be with you today. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak and John McCarthy are down on the course. Rich, it's a big day for our featured player. This is their first taste of the PGA Tour. What do they have on their mind as they take this next step?
Probably a lot of nerves going through their entire body. Their mind is racing for sure. It's just soaking it all in, knowing this is the first step, hopefully, for a fantastic career on the PGA Tour. It's exciting. It can be overwhelming at times, but I can promise you this, they're never going to forget this moment for the rest of their days.
Let's get down to the first hole.
Could not be more perfect.
Setting up in the greenside rough. This is his third. That nearly went in. Let's see if he can save par. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
From here, at least, it looks like this one's going to go to the right as it heads up that hill.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
Steady as she goes. Nice start.
Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Yeah, you miss those bunkers on the right-hand side and put yourself in good position down the fairway. Now you got a decision to make. Do I go for it or do I bail out to the left-hand side and give myself a really good opportunity to get it up and down? This green can be really difficult to find. It's got a lot of undulation to it and a lot of water. However, you get the second shot right, and all of a sudden that third shot becomes a lot easier, and birdies are easy to come by.
This will play nicely.
This is bold. Going for it in 2.
What a great shot on the par 5, on in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
John, give us a read on this putt.
Well, it looks like this one's going left to right.
Looks good.
What a shot there for eagle. And now after that hole, we've got only one name atop the leaderboard. It's our featured player. Teeing off here on the 3rd.
It doesn't have a lot of length to it, but it's also a green that's not super deep. You do have the bunker in the front, but anytime you miss it long and or left, you got a really difficult pitch shot as that green tilts from back to front. But still, it's a pretty straightforward par 3. Not too much danger to it.
5-iron on the way. That's a really nice approach shot. Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Padding that lead. Wow, what a start.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Par 4 measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
The ball in the greenside bunker. This putt from 5 feet away.
Looking for another birdie here.
He did a great job to limit the damage.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
And as we move things along, our featured player is up by 3 shots.
The 5th at TPC Boston, the most important shot, probably the first one.
Yes, you have to find the fairway here, and it's sometimes not driver. There is a run out on the fairway, but from there, you got a pretty easy, straightforward second shot to a long, narrow green, just that one deep bunker on the left-hand side that could cause some issues.
Oh, this one looks to be heading down the runway. Well, here's an unlikely player. A little bit of an underdog, you say?
Yes, but everybody on the PGA Tour can play. He's just an unknown quantity at the moment. I'm excited to watch.
choosing the 9-iron here. Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's just the slightest bit of break and it's moving right to left.
He's making this look easy, keeps surging ahead. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The 6th hole at TPC Boston, not too dissimilar to 5. You've really got to position your tee ball.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with the 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
Not bad. Well, I like the way this person's playing. Birdies all over that scorecard.
Always a good way to start. Let's see where they go from here.
You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
And our leaders managed to build a 5-shot buffer over the field.
We make our way to the par 5 7th hole.
For those that find the fairway, missing that fairway bunker in the middle layup zone wise, not a problem. If you hit in the rough, uh-oh, we got issues now. Put yourself in position for your 3rd with a good 3rd shot. You can control the spin to a green that sits up above you just slightly. Still a wonderful birdie opportunity, even if you can't reach it in 2.
That's a good one to build momentum on. Here's the 3rd shot. A putt from 9 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
How did that not go in? Well, a par would look really good on the scorecard right now. Okay, moving on to the next. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
Well, he misses the green. That's a tough one to swallow.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave. Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
How about that shot? The chip drops.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
A good result there as he is now 7 under par. We've reached the closing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 4.
This is a really cool tee shot here. Take it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself with a longer second shot, but it's a better angle. But you take it down the left-hand side, maybe carry those bunkers. Now you've got a shortish club. In front of this green, though, everything will run onto the green. So a pin up front, you don't necessarily want to land it on the green as much as you do want to leave it just short of it.
Wow, that was launched. This shot is about 170 yards. Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. This is a tricky putt. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
I think this one's moving right to left.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
This one looking good. And a tap in left for par. Before we move on to the next hole, we show you that our leader is up by 6. Let's see what happens here on the 10th.
Driver not really necessary on this shortish par 4. Just a 3-wood for position. Second shot goes to a green that runs diagonal of the players. There is a couple of really good and tough pin placements that are back left.
This one appears to be fairway bound. Going with pitching wedge here. I like that one. How about 18 feet to the hole?
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Here we go, putt on the way. It's looking really good.
You rotten thing.
And to tap in as we move on to the next hole. Let's move on to the next hole, but before we do, he is up by 7 shots on the leaderboard.
Good choice. Go with the 3-iron. Well played, mate. Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. John, have you got a read on this one?
Well, this putt is going to go down the hill, take a turn to the right. Let's see what happens.
That's disappointing.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Job done. Let's head to the next. And now -7 for the event. The 12th at TPC Boston really got improved with the reworking by Gil Hance, didn't it?
It did. Fairway bunker down the left-hand side off the tee could come into play if the breeze is into you. However, downwind, you have an end of fairway that you got to be mindful of, and the second shot goes straight downhill to a green that canters from left to right.
That should find the cut stuff. This shot from about 190 yards out.
Wonderfully played, fought against the wind.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And he moves to 8 under now. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 13th's another par 4, but you're working back up the hill.
A blindish tee shot here for these players. You want to keep it down the left-hand side as best possible. That way it opens up the angle into the green, but you also get a better look at this green that is surrounded, jam-packed by 5 really deep bunkers.
That is absolutely spot on.
He's setting up for his second shot. Outstanding approach shot. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Nice stroke. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Currently in first position. The 14th hole at TPC Boston. Rich, your eyes would be lighting up on the tee here.
Nothing out there except for fairway, fairway, and more fairway. Tee it high, let it fly, because this hole is long. Second shot will play about a half a club downhill to a green that chases away from you ever so slightly. Be wary of that right hand pin position. That can be mean.
Wow, that was just striped. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Well, that was absolutely met. Great strike. This one from about 160 yards out. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
This putt coming up is for birdie. This one's dialed in. How good was that putt? Currently 9 under for the event.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
You have some bunkers on the left-hand side that you got to be mindful of. Driver not necessarily needs to come out of the bag. Just find the fairway. From there, just a short iron, back uphill ever so slightly to a green that's got all kinds of undulations to it. Good opportunity for a birdie.
That's going to work nicely for him. Let's go down to Henny.
He's setting up here from about 115 yards. Club up. I like this play.
Wow, you gotta love that shot here at 15, and a birdie chance is on the way. About 7 feet remain.
A really good look at birdie.
Oh, take note of this. Back-to-back birdies as we head home.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. Out of 16, it's a par 3.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the green too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. What an aggressive play. 8 feet remains. He makes the putt and extends his lead. It's a double-digit lead for our featured player, up by 10. Now to 17, a par 4.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman, the base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
Woo, absolutely unleashed it. Here's the second on 17. The yardage was dialed in on that shot, pin high and looking at the hole. Henny, what more can you tell us?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
That starts off on a good line.
And just a tap in left for par. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par. We've reached the final hole of the event with the lead. Can he close it out? That is going to work. Here's the second at 18.
This one is going straight at it. In this wind, what that says to me is he struck that good.
This is a putt for the clubhouse lead. Let's check in with Henny.
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Talk about finishing in style. An eagle to close it out. Rich, my dad would call that a rocking chair win. There was no doubt about it.
Your dad is a very smart man. That just sit in that chair and just let that chair do the work for you, baby. Love it.
Well, that'll do it for us today. For our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and we'll see you next time.